Hey guys, so this has been a crazy week, but really fun actually. It's only crazy because of like one thing, but I mean I should be used to it by now because of what I've heard. But first, I finally received my Korean books. I started them. So far, it's just like practicing Hangul and what else? A bit of listening, but it's all based on pictures, so that's actually pretty cool because it doesn't have too much English. It just has like a picture of what's going on. Or like if it's talking about different nationalities, it has a picture of like a flag, the person's name, and it's like make the sentence out of it, and you get to hear them say the sentence and so forth. Some of the example sentences, and then after that you kind of make it yourself. So that's actually pretty cool because I know if there's too much of your language in the book, your eyes will generally just go to that instead of actually going to to the language that you're trying to learn. So that's like the first problem, but I don't know, this seems like it'd be very helpful so far. So the books I got were Ewha. It's like Ewha, but it's pronounced Ewha. It's from a women's university, but I just found out from Jay, who told me I should probably look into getting their books to begin with, that you can actually go there for their Korean intensive courses. It's an all women's university, but if you go for the Korean language, then you can go to their intensive program as a guy too, which is pretty crazy that it's a women's university, but as a guy you can go to at least just the Korean one. Well, the Korean intensive language courses. So I was like, wow, that's crazy, because I thought like you had to be a woman just to go to the campus, but I guess it's just for the other classes. But they really want to help foreigners learn Korean, I guess, so that's why they have it. Plus they have this whole like section of books that they sell, so pretty helpful. So I'm gonna see how it goes, and then if it seems like it's really working out well, then I feel like I'll tell you more about it along the way. I just don't want to say get it yet and then it's not good. So yeah, give me some time with the books, and then I'll let you know how far I'm progressing, if it's beneficial for you to get those books. But I mean, like anything, it always depends on what you like. If you're the type of person that don't really like to study, then obviously you're probably not going to buy the books to begin with, or even if you did, they'll probably just sit there. And then a second, those that really do like to study, but they like to study with people. If this is really for like partnership, like talking with somebody else, or if it's like a self-study, which would be the last one, because there's a lot of people that just like to study by themselves or on their own. This seems like you can totally do probably both, but obviously if you don't want to study from a book, then you're not going to study anyway. Maybe you'll do like Korean dramas, or I don't know, try to find somebody that you can talk to, that you can just learn as you go. I think anyway goes, you'll have to learn at least a little bit, but to each their own. Besides that, on a Thursday, pretty crazy, there was like, yeah, it was Thursday. There was like girls fighting outside of our English institute or whatever. It was just crazy because it's like 10 at night. We're walking home, me and one of the new teachers, and oh no, or was that Friday? No, that was Friday night. Yeah, it was Friday, yeah, because I talked to him at night. So yeah, it was Friday night. But it was actually pretty crazy because we're just going to walk home, and then like we're going out, and then we turn and look right, and there's like this huge crowd of people, and we're like, why is there just like so many children just like standing around? And then in my head I'm thinking like, you know, because like when there's a fight, there's usually just a group of people surrounding people. So I was like, nah, it's not a fight. Like, nah, really? And then the guy that I was with, he real quick, he was like, oh, let me go see. Let me go see what's going on. I was like, oh god. And then he went, he was like, there's a girl lying on the floor. So I don't know what happened. We don't know if she got hit or whatever. But she was pretty hysterical. Like, she was jumping everywhere after that, And then I don't know, I think she was trying to fight with somebody, but like everybody was just calling their friends. So I don't even know like if everybody even knew the people or they probably just want to see a fight. But like after that, I kind of made like a face. I was like, and then this Korean lady, because like literally like down our street, there's always buses of not parents, but like, well, I guess they're probably parents too. They could be. But like people that pick up the children and take them to like different spots to unload them. I don't know how that really works, but like a school bus pretty much, but from the academies. And like they too, like they wasn't trying to stop what was going on, which was crazy to me because I'm just like, huh. They're kind of like parents, maybe they would want to like say something or like break them up or something, but like they're sitting there kind of watching and I'm making faces like and then the lady's looking at me and then she's looking like oh no, like he's probably getting like the worst like what is it, thoughts about like Korea because of this, and she was just looking at me like, oh god, like why does he have to see this kind of face? And I just like I was like that's pretty funny. I was like, it's crazy that this actually goes down here too. You know, I've never seen I did see a fight in Japan too once, but never between like kids or anything. It was like maybe a teenager or a 20-ish person fighting this old man. If you saw any of my recent videos, it was like way back when, but like finding this super old man totally slammed that guy on the ground, the old man on the ground. I was just like, really? Isn't that like overkill? Guy was looking like he was like 60 or 70, whatever, but like I was like, okay, wow, that happened. But like they're fighting and my friend was like, they're probably fighting over a guy most likely, and I'm just like, oh god. And she was just hysterical and she was just yelling and stuff, and I'm just like, oh god. And then we're walking away, and as we're walking away, like we see people get on their phone and then they just start running. We're like, oh, everybody's just calling their friends to come run over and see what's going down. And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, there was so many kids already, and everybody was just calling like their friends just to come watch pretty much. And I'm just like, oh, how embarrassing that she's like going crazy and just more and more people are coming to watch. I'm just like, and then that happened on Friday. Stayed up late talking to the new teacher that we just got, the one that I was with, and then Saturday was like an all-day event. Got to film a lot actually, a few different things. Finally got to eat some pho after like a few years of not having pho. It was actually pretty amazing. I still wanted chicken. Not gonna lie, the chicken usually tastes better to me, but chicken anything usually tastes better, but I really did want the chicken, but they only had beef, which I've noticed is a thing in Korea, that majority of places, you know, have beef, but they don't really have chicken, or it's like rare. So I was like, oh, but whatever, had that. It was still good. Totally happy they had sriracha. I'm like, you totally would not have found that in Japan like anywhere, but like on every table set a sriracha. I was just like, yes. And I totally just like put like a lot, and then Jay, he was just like, don't you think that's enough? He was like, I put a little bit and like it's too spicy. I'm like, no. And like in the video you see me like pour it one time, but actually with the video off, I poured it again. He was like, oh, that's too much. And I'm just like, no, I need it. And I'm sitting there drinking the soup. He's just like, oh. I'm like, oh, tastes so good. So we had that. I don't even know if I ever been to a Coffee Bean now that I think about it. I think I have, but I feel like we had a Starbucks right next to our campus. Oh, and majority of times we went there to hang out because everybody just finds one place to hang out. So maybe I've never been at Coffee Bean. I said Jay never been to Coffee Bean, but maybe I've never been inside of one either. Maybe I've just been outside of one. Crazy, but he liked it a lot. He said it's actually pretty calm and peaceful compared to other cafes he's been to, so he really liked it a lot. And the pineapple drink was good, but I think I took too long, and I probably should have like swirled it a lot more, because it was like kind of like just frosty on the top, so it wasn't too much pineapple-ness, and I was just like, ah, yeah. But it was still good. And then, you know, with the Gyeongbok Palace, that was amazing because I've never been there, so I got my first treat of traditional Korean architecture, even though so much happened that it's just reconstructed because of the when Japan invaded Korea. He said that Jay told me that they burned down all the temples and shrines and so forth and tore them all down. And then I heard other stuff like while we were working around, while the lady was giving a tour guide, well, a tour, about how you know, they killed like all the women in the palace. They killed the queen during that time and all that. I was just like, oh my god, that's just so sad. I mean, it's just crazy how much things have happened in history, and it's just not the best, you know. Totally for world peace, but who knows if that will ever happen, because people are just not the best, I want to say. But it was amazing because he's actually pretty funny. He was like, I'm sorry that I can't really like tell you more about it, because I know that people that come here, they usually want to know more about like the history of Korea and why this food is like this and so forth. And I'm like, nah, actually that's not really me at all. Like, I just want to meet cool people, and I would love to, like, if you know something like and you tell me about it, then I'd be grateful, you know. But like, I'm not gonna afford, like, if you don't know, you know, the information that I need, I'm not gonna stop talking to you. He's like, wow, you're so different compared to other people. And I was just like, is that how other people are? Like, I was like, wow, I'm confused. But I mean, like, I only know how I am. I don't really know how other people are. But he said, wow, you're just so different from all the other people that I know. And he said, I really like meeting foreigners, but I guess they have an expectation for him. And he's like, you don't have that same expectation. I was like, honestly, I just want to meet cool people, hopefully make some cool friends. I would love to meet Korean people and be able to, you know, use more Korean over time. But like, I'm not gonna force you to go open your history book and learn everything about Korea so you could tell me the next time we hang out. That's just messed up. If anything, I guess I could just do that myself. But it was great meeting him our first time, and we actually hung out longer than I thought we were. Eating lunch, going to Gyeongbok Palace, and then like witnessing protesting. Like, that was crazy. Like, I got to see so much, you know, because I didn't know that all of this was going down, because I mean, I don't have internet. But I guess it wouldn't matter, because well, at least the iPhone that I have right now, when I am sitting like at Starbucks and it does give me like Wi-Fi, it always gives me stuff from America. So I don't know if when I buy a Korean iPhone, if it will give me Korean news. But it's the whole big thing about pretty much Korea's like a divided kind of, or, you know, between like those who want to make North Korea and South Korea come back together and make it as a whole, and those that are like siding with the US, like, no, like they were bad to us, you know, and all this stuff. And like, there were just so many people, and I was like, oh, there's some with, it just looked so cool because they had a Korean flag on one side and an American flag on the other, and it like waved together, and I was just like, oh, that's cool. You know, I really wanted one. I really wanted one. But I don't know, he said that there are a lot of people that are on the side of America because a lot of their parents fought in the war, and they saw how, you know, they lost a lot of people, you know, and family in that war because of all that happened, so they really don't want to go back to all that. But he said there's also those that I'm guessing their parents didn't really serve, or there is something that is making them believe that it would be better to put it back together or whatever. I don't really know what that is. But he said even those that like if anything, it's usually like housewives, like those that just sit at home. He said because their husbands and stuff, we all have to go to the army and so forth. And the army pretty much teaches us, you know, what's bad about like North Korea or whatever. So everybody, a majority of guys come out, you know, not really wanting Korea back because they have to go through army and all that because of everything that happened together. But housewives, like, they don't go to the army, so they know nothing really. And he said so they just kind of side with what they see, which is all on the media. And he said a lot of the media is like pro putting it back together, you know. And you know, most likely there's probably a lot of people that just have a lot of money and so forth, so they probably didn't have to go through war and all that like a lot of the poor people did. So I was like, oh, like, that's crazy, because I didn't know all this was going down, you know. It's just like, go see something, go eat something nice, go see something traditional, and boom, we're just gonna go right into some conflicts going on in South Korea, or between South and North Korea. I was like, wow, you know. And then it brought up the thing about like the ship that got sunk a few years back. My friend told me about it at the time, because they put too much cargo on the ship, and then children died. Like, it was crazy, because when my friend was telling me about it, I was like, wow, that's horrible, you know. And then my friend that I went with yesterday, Jay, he was just saying how like a lot of people use that to their advantage to get people on their side by saying, you know, a lot of stuff with like the administration is not going correct. A lot of people don't pay attention to what they're supposed to be doing, and they try to go outside the lines, and that's pretty much the result of what happened with that ship going down, you know. And I was just like, wow, like, it's kind of sad, you know. But then he's like, yeah, but then at the same time, a lot of people just use that just to gain money. I mean, just like you watch and everything, everybody tries to find a way to make money. So it's probably not really, the money that they raise is probably not even going to the parents. It's probably just, you know, filling somebody else's wallet or something. So everything's just so sad. I mean, everybody knows these things happen, but it's just sad when people prey on it, I guess, because it's just like, oh, because such a horrible thing happened, and everybody's just like on it, you know. I'm just like, oh. But like overall, like, I really did have an amazing week, and I may be hanging out with Jay a lot more. So you'll probably be seeing him around in some of my upcoming videos. And I guess that is pretty much it for this week. I don't think anything else exciting happened besides me still going to the gym. I go about three times a week, and yeah, and work. Well, how was your week? Until next time, see you. Bye. Oh wow, you're still here. Oh wait, don't forget to check the description box below. I put a lot of different things in there, like my lovely friends, my social medias, just in case you want to catch up with me on Twitter or Instagram and so forth like that. So make sure to please check that out, okay? See you guys next time. Bye.